3 South Carolina deputies face felony and misconduct charges for prank calls today on Rational Lunatic. Before we get started, as always, if you're on TikTok and this video succeeds the limited time that I have to post on here, jump over to YouTube. We can always catch the full content there. I hope you all are doing much better than these folks on this glorious Saturday. I'm grateful you're here, and let's get into this one, shall we? This report is coming from QC, written by QC News, coming from yours truly, of course. 3 South Carolina deputies face felony and misconduct charges following on-duty prank phone calls. Chesterfield, South Carolina. Queen City News. A trio of Chesterfield County Sheriff's deputies walked into the county jail on Monday to surrender to South Carolina Law Enforcement Division agents. The men have been under state investigation since last week. The deputies, First Sergeant Justin Reichard, Deputy Darian Rosu, and Deputy Killian Laughlin, are each charged with misconduct in office, criminal conspiracy, and breach of peace, according to the Chesterfield County Detention Center. A source tells Queen City News Chief Investigative Reporter Jody Barr the arrests are related to prank phone calls made to other law enforcement agencies last week. SLED was called in to investigate and traced a phone number to identify the source of the calls. So they were prank calling other agencies, other law enforcement agencies, and they got busted. But felony charges? Like, really? No. That's insane. Let's continue. SLED agents charged the 3 Chesterfield County deputies with misconduct in office, criminal conspiracy, and breach of peace charges on February 12th, 2024. All 3 are free on no cash bonds awaiting trial on the charges. Sheriff Cambo Streeter suspended the 3 last week, according to our source. Streeter refused to confirm his decision to suspend the 3 when Barr contacted the sheriff Tuesday morning. The sheriff would not comment and referred us to SLED's Public Relations Office, which Streeter said would release a statement in the future. Streeter released a statement on the CCSO Facebook page last week, telling the public he'd make a statement once the SLED investigation is finished. Quote, earlier this week, I learned of possible misconduct by 3 of our deputies based on the nature of the allegations. I requested the State Law Enforcement Division, SLED, to investigate. SLED has begun their inquiry, and the Chesterfield County Sheriff's Office is cooperating fully. I plan to make a formal statement once SLED completes their investigation, said Streeter in the statement posted to social media. Although SLED completed its investigation with charges on February 12, 2024, Sheriff Streeter would not give details of the arrests of his deputies when contacted by QCN on February 13th, nearly a day after the deputies bonded out of the county jail. At 12:43 p.m. on Tuesday, SLED's Public Relations Office issued a press release finally providing details of the allegations against the lawmen. Here's the verbatim of the allegations from the warrant. On February 4th, 2024, First Sergeant Justin Tyler Reichard, Sergeant Darian Rosu, and Deputy Killian Daniel Laughlin did conspire to commit the offense of misconduct in office. To wit, while on duty, deputies knowingly reported 5 hoax emergencies within the municipalities of Cheraw, Chesterfield, Cheraw, Chesterfield, McBee, and Pageland. Jesus. These hoax reports were telephoned to convenience stores or the respective municipal law enforcement agency and notified the call recipient of the location of a dead body within the municipalities. The hoax calls caused emergency responders from law enforcement and or other emergency responders. SLED agent Ashley D. Anderson wrote in the warrants. Excuse me. Jesus. SLED interviewed all three deputies as part of the investigation, according to charging documents. They also described the three as, quote, former deputies. Queen City News obtained police reports from Chesterfield and McBee police in relation to these incidents, which described reports being called in of a dead body on railroad tracks and the efforts to search for them. The one instance, other Chesterfield County deputies assisted in the search. In another instance, police obtained the phone number associated with one of the hoax calls, which led them to one of the former deputies now charged, who fully identified themselves and their employer. If convicted of conspiracy under South Carolina Code Section 16-17-410, the statute states the crime is a felony and carries up to a $5,000 fine and up to 5 years imprisonment. Misconduct in office carries a penalty of up to 1 year in jail if convicted. Breach of peace is a misdemeanor and carries a fine of up to $500 and no more than 30 days in jail, in the county jail. Reichard was recently promoted and in December was awarded the Sheriff's Office 2023 ACE and Drug Interdiction Award. Laughlin was first sworn in as a jailer by former Sheriff J.D. Dixon in August of 2021 and promoted to deputy in September of 2022. Roseau was sworn in as a deputy in May of 2020 by former Sheriff J.D. Dixon. In January 2023, the Sheriff Cambo Streeter promoted Roseau to the Sergeant of the Office's C shift, quote, C shift. The three agreed to surrender to SLED agents at the county jail Monday afternoon ahead of the magistrate's office's 5 p.m. bond hearings. Sources tell QCN SLED agents requested personal recognizance bonds, requested personal recognizance bonds for the three, which is an unsecured, no cash bond. I mean, who does that besides teenagers or kids? You know what I mean? Like, three deputies call other like places. You know, not just they didn't just call other precincts, but apparently like a convenience store, and said there was a dead body on the railroad tracks. So they sent a bunch of cops out there and started searching for some dead body that never existed. I mean, it's kind of funny. I don't know. It's kind of funny, but they're cops. Like, what were they thinking? Like, we're talking about a sergeant, and I don't know, man. That's Jesus Christ. What is wrong with cops these days? Don't they understand that they're supposed to uphold the law, not break it? Like, do they not? Like, you would think being an officer, a judge, someone who works within law enforcement or judges cases or whatever would be the furthest from committing crimes that could end them where no one wants to go. Like, it leaves me speechless that how ridiculous some of these cops are, you know, and just, I don't know, man, that's insane. Anyway, leave me a statement in the comments. Let me know what you think about this one. I think it's pretty funny, pretty wild, but funny. Ridiculous, but still kind of funny. I don't know. I think it's kind of funny. But I've got a child's mentality, I guess. I think farts are still funny. So whatever. It's ridiculous, but whatever. Anyway, if you made it, you made it to the end. Thank you so much for being here. From the bottom of my heart and soul, you'll never know how grateful I really am that you're still watching. Please, if you haven't done it yet, hit that like and subscribe button. Share the video with your friends and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on my other content. Can't wait to see you till the next one. And until the next one, you guys, stay wild.